Hey, what's going on everybody? I just wanted to make a quick video here because I just realized I've already saved over $620 by using Wealthsimple Trade as my trading platform. So I use Wealthsimple Trade to buy and sell, well actually mostly buy, I don't sell a lot of stocks, but basically for my dividend investing portfolio, and I'm buying just dividend paying stocks in Canada. You can see some of my activity here. If we go to the activity feed and my recent buys, basically this is all of my buys. So if we just scroll down, we can just keep going for ages. I've done a bunch of transactions in the last few months. I've been in this account for about 5 or 6 months or something like that. And I'm often buying about 1 or 2 times per week. And in those times, I'm not just buying like one single transaction. You can see, for example, here on October 29th, I did one transaction for $32, another transaction for $45, another transaction for $51. So I don't pay any commissions on this because Wealthsimple Trade has 0 commissions, compared to some of the other brokers that you have to pay like $5 or $7 or $10 every time you want to make any single of these transactions. So this has saved me a whole bunch of money, and I'm going to show you exactly how I came to this number. So first of all, let's just look at Wealthsimple Trade's page. This is on their website for Wealthsimple Trade. It is basically saying here they're a commission-free stock trading app, and you can see right here that we don't pay any commissions on trades ever, which is really nice. So what I also do, aside from the actual broker itself or using the trading apps, I also track my transactions and everything in a spreadsheet, which I have right here. And basically this is a whole bunch of information. If you've been watching my videos, you've probably seen this stuff before, but let's just jump straight into the transactions tab. So here I also log every single transaction that I do, every buy, every sell, you know, the quantity and stuff, but each row basically represents one single transaction. So it comes down here all the way to line 129, but we started on line 3, so that's 127 transactions that I've done in this account. So we can even do this, we can just count right here. So we have 127 transactions. And in the cell, what I'm going to do is I'll just put the price per transaction here. And then we can just have the number of transactions times the price. And so this is the amount that I've paid in transactions, which is 0. But if we compare this to the next cheapest option, which is Questrade, and we go to their pricing page on their website, you can see that, yeah, they have trading for 1 cent per share, as low as, but you have to see right here, the minimum is $4.95. So you have to be buying a lot of shares, 495 shares, I guess, to pay more than the minimum. But no matter what, like I'm buying 1 or 2 or 3 shares at a time usually, so I'd be paying $4.95 for each of these transactions. So if we jump back to the sheet and we put in this price here of $4.95 per trade, then I would have paid $628.65 to make all of these trades that I did. But remember, I paid 0, so I didn't pay that. So by using Wealthsimple Trade and trading the way that I do, I actually saved $628.65 based on the next cheapest option, which is huge because if we come here and we look at my summary, basically I'm up over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 5.5 months or something, I'm up $670. That's my total gain of this whole account. But if I was going to pay $628, that's just going to destroy basically all of my earnings. And all of this would have been for nothing. But that's just Questrade, and that's the cheapest option. Let's take a look at the next cheapest option, which would be CIBC's Investor Edge. So this is just $6.95 per online equity trade. So each of those times I'm trading, I would be paying $6.95. So if we came in here and we updated this to $6.95, that would have been $882 that I would have spent if I wanted to do this. That would just wreck me. That would put me in the negative based on how I've been trading. And then we can even look at TD Direct Invest, which is another one. And if you come down here, you can see that their rate is $9.99 per trade. You can actually get a flat rate of $7 if you trade over 150 times per quarter, but let's take a look in the sheet what this would be. So at $9.99, that would have cost me over $1,200 to make these trades using that platform. And again, that would just completely wreck me. I would be way in the red if I was doing that. And if I was getting that price of $7, I would have to make 150 trades, and 7 times 150 would still be a cost of over $1,000. It would be $1,050. Now, I like making small trades like I do because I don't have a lot of money to be spending on big transactions. Basically, if you want this to make up a small percentage, like actually, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the average cost of the transactions that I do, or the buys. So let's go equals average, and then we'll take the total spend here. So my average order here is $78. And then we can just figure out, basically, this is the commission divided by the order. So if I was paying $10 per trade, that would mean that every trade on average I'm spending 13%. So I just lose 13% on every single one. If we had the slightly better rate of $4.95, then still I'm paying 6% on every single trade, and that's just wrecking me. And if I wanted, let's say I was paying even a higher price, like if I want this to become a reasonable percentage, I would have to spend, let's say, like $1,000 for just the buy for this to be worth 1% of that transaction, and then still in the future when I sell, that would be another 1%, assuming I'm buying and selling minimum of $1,000 in each trade. But you can see here clearly I don't spend $1,000 on each trade. I spend $20 and $199 and and $30, stuff like that. Like, I don't have the money to be spending $1,000, and not everybody does. And the way that I trade as well is, like, I put in a few $100s each week into my account, and then what I do is I come into my portfolio and I kind of skim through here among other research that I do, but I look for good buying opportunities. So like I would come in and I would see here, okay, this company, Waste Connections, right now for me is 3.42% below my average buy price. That might be a good price for me, so I'm just going to go and pick up one share of those. This one here, this is Emera, it's over 3% below my average buy price. Yeah, I might pick up one of those as well. And then, some other ones like this one is also 3.5%. That might make a nice buy, just, one stock at 37. And then down here, maybe one of Metro as well for like a single transaction of $56. But if I just did that, that would be 4 transactions. And if I was paying this rate, that would be $40. And that would just completely destroy any reasonable gains that I could ever expect to have. And so that's why I like to use Wealthsimple Trade when I'm not paying any commissions in here. And I can just really like diversify the portfolio and jump on opportunities when they happen to present themselves to me, and it just allows me to keep my portfolio super balanced and kind of even out this pie as well, and make sure that I'm really secure in my diversification of the portfolio. So anyways, that is how I saved over $600 already. It's been less than 6 months, and it's been really working for me. So if you'd like to try Wealthsimple Trade, there's a link in the description below. Make sure you give it a go. If you use that link, you can get $10 deposited into your account after you trade the first 100. So you're going to get basically an immediate 10% return on your first investment, which is pretty nice. And then I'll get a little bit of a reward as well. So that's just a way that we can help each other out. And if you like this sheet as well, if you want to try using it for tracking, there's also a link for that in the description as well. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and be careful when you're trading not to be paying fees when you don't have to, because like I said, you can save probably hundreds of dollars depending on your style, and using Wealthsimple Trade is a really great option for saving money on fees when you're buying and selling stocks.